Hey guys, uh, had to let it be for 24 hours. So welcome to another episode of the Turnbuckle Times 10 count, but it's not really gonna be a 10 count. We're gonna go more like 15 count. Uh, no DQ, maybe, I don't know, but had to let it breathe for about 24 hours. As always, where I'm one of your hosts, Steven. Adam's jumping on here with me tonight because there's a very, very good reason Adam is here. Because Adam is there, which we'll get to. So, me and Adam, we ordered the pay-per-view. We watched it last night, and thus the name of the show, AEW All Out. Could it perhaps be the best pay-per-view of all time? I'm hearing both things. Adam, what do you think?
Look, best pay-per-view of all time's a high mark to set, right? Was it? I don't know if match-wise it was the best, but out of sheer excitement and surprises and just overall chest, heart beating out of your chest, shaking moments that happen in that, I'd probably put it up there, dude, as one of the top that I've ever seen. And I've been watching wrestling for 35 years. I mean,
and a good thing I heard is maybe a better question. I mean, I think it's definitely the best AEW pay-per-view of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, they've only been around for like 3 years. But
yeah,
one of the things that I've heard is best ending, which we're going to get to. I know everyone wants to hear our opinions. Everyone is probably dying to hear Adam's opinion on a specific debut.
Yes.
But we're going to get to it. But I want to touch on a couple of things from the pay-per-view. Obviously, Miro retained the TNT title. Good match. Redeemed these nuts. Shout out to Shop AEW, dude. I mean, someone said it on one of the shows I watched today. Eddie Kingston said that Friday. And they had the T-shirt printed by Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So, good match. Beat the dog shit out of each other. Miro was all bruised up. You pointed that out to me. Handprints all over his chest.
His checks look like it went through a meat grinder.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was. If you watched that match, I don't know how many chops Eddie Kingston hit, but it was the sum of probably 50 in total in the whole match. His chest looked like minced meat.
Well, they had the good peaks. He said the DDT was his kryptonite, and he hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't work. I mean, you're not going to – I think we both thought you weren't going to have Eddie Kingston.
No, I love
the title off of Miro.
Love Eddie Kingston, and I love Miro.
Love him.
Miro is so dominant right now.
Undefeated in AEW. What is he, like 13-0?
Yeah, it's something like that.
If this were a live show, I'd say, Justin, drop it in the comments.
Yeah. I don't think Eddie Kingston taking that off of him was not the right scenario, and not the right timing. So he will eventually lose, obviously, but
yeah,
I don't think it's going to be. Honestly, you can have him hold that as long as Tony Khan wants to have him hold that, because he's just so dominant, and they make him to be dominant. So it was a great match, though. It was a great match.
It was. It was a good way to kind of kick-start it a little bit. Let's kind of jump. We're going to kind of jump around. We're not going to hit everything, guys. I'm going to be lying to you. We did not watch the Paul White fight.
We watched football at that time.
We tuned in to see what was going on with Florida State and Notre Dame. Yep. So we won't touch on that one. CM Punk, man, like, we got to talk about it.
Well, me and you talked when this happened. We said a couple of things. One, how's he going to look physically and in the ring? Two, how is his cardio, going to be to withstand? Because we both said he can't go 45. He could probably go 30. I thought he looked really, really good to be gone for 7 years. The match was kind of slow at the beginning, and for Darby Allin, I think it proves to his testament as how well that Darby Allin came in wrestling. Darby Allin has one speed, and that speed is go,
Turbo.
go. Just go, go, go. And CM Punk has never been like that. And he couldn't be like that after being gone for 7 years. So testament to Darby. It was a really good match. I knew that CM Punk, I didn't know, but I had my gut feeling was CM Punk was going to win that match because you're not going to have him debut and lose. But
in Chicago too.
In Chicago, right?
With his family apparently on the front row. We're pretty sure AJ was in the back.
Yeah, I think though overall that match, I mean, I'd give it a B plus if it was me grading it. There were some moments that were a little iffy, but hell, dude, I mean, the guy's been out for 7 years.
Right.
You're fighting a guy that's, Mr. Turbo, and you know what? It was probably the best person for CM Punk to fight coming back.
Yeah.
Minus somebody else. Minus something else that would have been interesting, which I will point out later. But I mean, yes.
And with the Punk Darby match, it's probably one of the few people you could put him in the ring with. Punk has always been able to tell a story, and he did a great job of that in the ring. I think I said that several times when we were watching it last night. And then Darby's one of the few people in AEW that can get that loss and be okay. But also he's, in my opinion, and tell me if I'm wrong, but he's one of the few people too who could go, when they're trading punches, it would go CM Punk, Darby Allin, CM, like he has a ton of fans. Oh yeah. So it was equal. You weren't rooting against anybody, but I was with you. They weren't going to have Punk lose.
There was a lot of Darby chants last night too during that match.
I think the only thing me and you said was it threw us for a loop that he had tights on.
Yeah, that was weird. We're not used to seeing
maybe
him
he's
with
a little
tights.
older. You don't want to wear,
Maybe he didn't want to shave his legs anymore, man.
He didn't want to shave his legs anymore. Quote the immortal Seth Rollins. Let's jump ahead. Let's go. Let's touch on Britt Baker continues dominance. DMD continued it. I only want to talk about one thing on this.
Okay.
Which we joked was how she kind of almost ended the match. Adam, what did she do?
I'm just going to say right here, if everybody looks straight ahead at my hat, Adam Cole, baby, has a move called what, Steven?
The Panama Sunrise.
Which, if you're a wrestling fan, obviously if you are, you're watching this, know what that move is. And might I add that when she did that, me and Steven both kind of looked at each other and was like, holy shit, did she just do that? And then they
got a Cole's finisher.
That's
what we said.
Yeah. Then they slowed it down. And I was like, dude, it looked good. Like really good. They did a great. Really good. Chris Statlander did good selling it. Britt Baker did good performing it. It was a total shocker, but dude, it was. I actually liked that match a lot.
It was really good.
It was really good. I really, really like Chris Statlander. The problem is, I love Britt Baker. If it was anybody else,
you'd been rooting for Statlander.
Anybody else, and Statlander's a heel. Statlander's a face.
Well, and the funny thing too is in that match too. Let's not gloss over. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say what we said at the end. Let's not gloss over the really weird part. We were sitting there watching it, and Orange Cassidy's on the outside. It's like he has the most unique gimmick. And then Orange Cassidy went ape shit to get her back in the ring. And even the announcers were like, whoa,
wow. Yeah.
That's a lot of energy from Orange, you know? Yeah, so it was just really odd.
What was it? She had a 10 count coming.
She had a 10 count.
He literally yelled at her.
Screaming at her.
Yeah.
I mean, get in the ring, get up and do this. But the other thing too is after the match, we looked at each other and go, because we had read reports Adam Cole was not in the building, which we're going to get to that, you guys, I promise. But so we looked at each other and go, there's no way Adam Cole has such deep respect for wrestling and for Britt that he was going to come out like after she did the finisher and like congratulate her. Like that's how his pop would go, because he would never want to step on her spotlight. Yeah. So we kind of were like, it is what it is. We kind of think what's coming. All right, we're going to talk about one more thing, and then we're going to get to the topic that everybody wants to hear. Jericho obviously keeps fighting. So the only thing that stuck out in my mind in this match is me and Adam were watching, and there's two things. Is one, was the power bomb off the top rope. We looked at it, was like, I don't think Jericho got his leg all the way up. It looked weird.
Hey,
and then Jericho literally laid
fat,
with his foot on the bottom rope for like 5 minutes.
Hey, Jericho, get your fat leg up, man. I can't power
That's
bomb you, right?
exactly the words that Adam told me. He was like, MJF is probably going, you fat, get your fucking foot up. So, but we kind of, what's funny is we talked about before, I think we were leaning towards him losing.
Yeah.
That match. We thought he might end up retiring.
Yeah. Because I heard something and somebody say that Excalibur was like leaked something on, I don't know if it's Dynamite or Rampage, I don't remember. But like it was going to be his last match. And they were portraying it. I mean, hell, was it on Rampage, Steven, that he was getting emotional with JR, or was that Dynamite?
JR was getting super emotional. I mean, I said it in my 10 count. He was super emotional in the ring. Like, he was voice breaking. JR was. Mm-hmm. But then, like, even, like, Jericho was harkening back to, like, Raw is Jericho. Yep. AEW is Jericho. The Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla. Yep. Lionheart. They were going, like, all these names. Mm-hmm. Man of 1,001 holds or 3,001 holds. You know, they were harkening back big time. And I mean, I wouldn't have been shocked had he lost. And it was a good match. MJF is really talented at getting heat. Yeah, so it was a good match.
He's good at selling too.
Yes. Yeah, he is. So, okay. Here's the deal, you guys. Obviously, really quick, Omega won. Great match. Christian Cage is so underrated.
Christian Cage is for his age too. Not that 47 years old is old. It's old to be in professional wrestling and be up here. Mm-hmm. And what I love about him is, one, he's back. You know, he was. You forget about this. He was gone for 7 years too.
I know. We talked about that last time. I kind of forgot about that too.
And the way that he helps put people over, like he did with Jungle Boy in that Battle Royale. He's done it with other people as well in AEW, but like you said, very underrated in the ring. Even Steven said something, I don't know if this was at work or I don't remember what, comparing what you said about Edge.
Oh, I asked the question is, when it boils down to it, who's better? Who It's a legitimate conversation, not like it used to be. I mean, Edge is a WWE Hall of Famer. Christian is a TNA Hall of Famer. You know, when they do an AEW, Christian probably might be in that. Yeah. They've won multiple titles. I mean, I mean, I would go Edge, but it's much closer than what you would think. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that might go Christian. Yeah.
Great match, though. I thought it was a great match. He hit the freaking one wing angel off the top rope, dude.
Yeah, that was insane. We looked at it and go, whoa. I mean, you knew it was over when he hit that.
He was gonna. I think wasn't Christian trying to do the kill switch off the top, and then he
was trying to do the kill switch off the top rope. He had done it. Did he do it on the apron? I think he did it on the apron.
Yeah, he did something.
Oh shoot, man! We're going so far over. Yeah. We got to go back really quickly too, because we forgot about the probably the best match of the entire night, which was the Lucha Brothers.
This match was a plus for me.
Oh, A plus.
Freaking plus.
Used every aspect of the match, every aspect of the cage.
Penta was it Penta? Yeah, Penta.
Penta looked like raw meat.
His face was so bloody that his mask was red instead of green and gold. Yep. And at the end, you could see him like wiping it out of his eyes.
He was trying to find a way. Then he went to his kids and he was like, he's got to tell his kids he's okay.
Just everything that happened in that match, how it was back and forth. They set up a story, right? Even the thumbtack shoe coming in, the moves that were performed off the cage, into the cage, in the ring. I mean, it was definitely the best match of the night. If that would have been the main event, it would have been fine with me. Yeah. We talked about the main event being, should it have been CM Punk and Darby, and I think they got it right. I really do. Now, what I don't think is putting the Paul White match in between.
No, that was dumb.
That was stupid. That should have been on the buy-in. But
I didn't understand that one at all. I mean,
but yeah, man,
with Lucha,
you couldn't ask for a better match for the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers.
Right, and with the Lucha too, with the Lucha Brothers, like I liked, and this is just me personally, they didn't overuse there was one big move off the top of the cage, and that was it.
It was a crossbody too. It was just a crossbody. Yeah,
it was insane. I think I looked at you because Phoenix ran across the top to kick him, and I was like, dude, like it's kind of precarious. Like if he fell the wrong way, like it's bad. Like he was up there, but that was easily the best night of the match, best match of the entire night for me.
Did you agree with the ending though? Did you didn't like the fact that you were shocked that the Lucha Brothers won though?
I was a little surprised, but I know on TB10 for AEW we had mentioned, and I think on our live show possibly we mentioned the idea that
it's time.
Andrade Day, we said that it was time for the Young Bucks to lose it, and we also mentioned Andrade Day Idolo has been working to kind of get them away from Pac, and for them winning the titles, I could see this starting to form a faction for him.
Yeah.
Which FYI, completely separate. Dude needs to wrestle again on AEW.
Jesus Christ, dude! One time, bro.
Lord. I get that there was travel issues, but God bless. Okay. So we're 16 minutes in. We're going to round this out at the end here.
Let's go.
What everybody wants to talk about. The debuts, you guys. Holy crap. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. Adam doesn't even know I'm doing this yet. So we're going to start with the fact that you had Ruby Riott or Ruby Soho. I'm sorry. Ruby Soho debuting, right? And here, just listen. Like this is Ruby, you guys. Okay, this is Ruby. So give me just a second, and just listen because we finally figured out how to do this. Wait, let me get it. Let me get it good. Oh, it froze, and now there's an ad. Hey, really quickly because we don't own any of this, I got no problem with ads because it's AEW.
Yeah.
I mean, just watch this. I mean, listen to the pop. And that's Ruby.
Yeah. Yeah. Guess what? I can barely hear anything on my end, Steven. I'm just telling you.
Oh, okay. All right. So then we'll just go through these then. We'll just go through these.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I mean, you had Ruby doing that. And it was fantastic. And FYI, with her winning the Casino Battle Royal buy-in, whatever you want to call it, I was okay with that. And we were okay with once Nyla Rose went out, we were good with whoever was going to win. So
if Thunder Rosa would have won, I would have been totally fine with that as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been fine if it was Nyla Rose. That's the only one.
No.
But if Ruby had been the only debut, right? It would have been good. Like people were expecting it, but then, and I would play it, but I'm not going to. But then you had the I think the shock of the night, which was Adam Cole. We had heard he wasn't in the building. We had heard that people were unsure of it, where he was going to go. And I'm going to tell you all this, okay? This at this point in the show, this is about 10:45. Okay? I have never seen Adam jump up, and he had two grandbabies in the house.
Didn't care.
Scream so loud. It was like a little girl. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
He screamed so loud that his future daughter-in-law, came into the room to see what was going on because Adam Cole, because it was the music too. It's all about the Cole. Oh.
Okay.
So I'm giving it to you for a second.
First of all, that music gave me freaking look, dude. My arm hair is standing up right now. Just you even talking about it.
That's awesome.
We didn't know that was going to happen, and when his music hit and his graphics hit, I did 100% fucking lose it. Like,
oh yeah.
Anybody that watches knows that obviously Adam Cole's my dude. Like, that's my dude. I don't talk about him a lot, only because he's on a show that I never watched, and I don't watch NXT that much. But him coming, here's the only thing. I wish we could play the audio because when he got in the ring and he did his Adam Cole baby, that place
erupted.
It erupted. I mean, everybody yelled it. Everybody knows who Adam Cole is. The only thing is I like that he's with the Elite. It doesn't bother me. It's cool. They're best friends. You know, they're all really good friends. I would have liked to see it play out different. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
I wish they would have set
he's
up
your
a feud.
dude.
He's my dude. Like, but I'm still gonna root for him. I think it's not as big as CM Punk. Nothing will beat that. But me personally, being invested in a guy like him, like I said, he's my dude. He's been my dude for 5 years since he's been in the WWE, now in AEW. It's second to me, Steven, on returns or just showing up. I put that. I mean, I put it right under CM Punk. Nothing will beat CM Punk for me right now.
Right.
I was just I didn't know what else to do except scream and say holy shit, Adam Cole's in AEW.
When he had the shirt, all elite, baby.
And by the way, I tried to find that shirt and it wasn't on there yet. I went to shop AEW, so I will own that shirt.
Well, I mean, for me, so I tie it at second. CM Punk's kind of in its own category.
Yeah.
I tie it with Malachi Black. I'm a big Malachi Black guy, but also it's because of the shock. Yes. No one, you kind of thought there was potential, but
everybody knew CM Punk was coming. Everybody knew CM Punk.
Everyone knew Punk was coming. Nobody knew. There were rumors that Adam Cole might, but nothing had been confirmed.
Yeah.
I'm cool with how he came out. I mean, I always hate when you get the large pop and then you immediately turn bad, but it makes sense for the story. He's best friend. He even talked about it in the media scrum afterwards. Those are his dudes, man. Like 24/7. He was excited to come, and he knows. I didn't realize this, and I'm probably stupid for this. Is that he knows a shit ton of the roster already because he's been coming to events because of Britt. Yeah. So he knows a lot of people already in that room. Kudos to him because he did not trash talk WWE at all in the media scrum.
Except in his promo. Did you catch? You didn't. I don't know if you caught this last night.
Oh man, what did he say?
So his he had a 2-second promo.
Yeah,
he said,
story time.
He's ready for story time from Adam Cole, baby. Right? He comes out. He said, "Boys and girls, the Elite is the most dominant faction." And then he said, "Ain't no chance in hell that anybody can stop us." Think about "Ain't no chance in hell." No chance in hell. Vince McMahon's music.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
But dude, and then also to have him just like very sly kick, super kick. Probably one of the most over homegrown talents, which was Jungle Boy. And FYI, funny for I called 2/3 of this. I jokingly texted Adam beforehand, and I called 2/3 of what happened. The only thing I was wrong on was I thought Hangman might show up because I didn't want to put my eggs in the basket that Adam Cole was coming. I thought maybe, but I thought I had a better shot at Hangman showing up.
I honestly didn't think Cole would show up. Like that happened very quickly, and they talked about that in his interview afterwards. I mean, look, dude, he's only been out of contract for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks.
The crazy thing is he said like he knew very early on in those conversations he was headed to AEW.
Yeah, he said no, it wasn't a hard choice at all.
Right. So
I love it. I love it. I love it. Like I am 100. Look, we'll get to it in a second, but look, guys, AEW, if you can say AEW fanboys or whatever. Look, man, with what they're doing, Stephen is. With what they're doing with their shows and their talent and how, they're not same storyline over and over and over and over and running the same people over. Like I was watching Raw before we recorded this and it's like, okay, same shit. 15-minute promo to open up, right?
Right.
It's just and they're signing all of these guys that were Adam Cole was a big deal. Losing him is that's a big deal.
How big a deal he was.
That's a big deal.
He was a big deal when he signed with NXT 4 years ago.
Yes.
And he came out and debuted. And let's not point out, I'm going to get to something after we talk about the last debut to kind of round it out, but let's not get it twisted around to Adam Cole's 32.
Yeah, he's in a prime, guys.
This is the dude, in my opinion, this is the guy who takes over the spot for Kenny Omega probably with how he is and how he carries. This is a guy who's going to wrestle in AEW for like the next 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
Like he's the future face.
Yes.
100%. And nobody outside of him and the next debut that you can say they've signed a lot of ex-WWE wrestlers. They don't debut them on the top line. Adam Cole did. Adam Cole debuted at the top, right next to the next one, which is obviously Bryan Danielson. And thank God that they let him. Well, they didn't let him. He had Flight of the Valkyries.
Yeah.
But the twist on it was so fucking cool. The beat.
the entrance music that was played for Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson made you it made right you there. Just want to like,
holy smokes. Oh, I mean, it was just and he came out. Maybe it's because of the Brock Lesnar thing. The little samurai ponytail. I know he's the American Dragon, dude. He was just, and he couldn't contain himself either on the smiles and everything.
Yeah,
it was just crazy. So I mean,
if you guys
bar none,
if you guys didn't catch the interviews with all three of the debuts tonight, or that were on the pay-per-view, go listen to the interviews because they really were great. And I have never once heard Bryan Danielson cuss, but he was throwing F-bombs out in his interview. He really didn't trash the WWE. He actually said he loved it over there. He has, there was reasons why he left. I'm not going to say what. You guys just need to go watch the video. But it was that one wasn't as shocking to me, Steven, as
well. I think everyone knew he was coming.
Yeah,
but at the same time, to hear it, to hit, and then to be right after Adam Cole, you were like, "Holy God!"
You literally had back-to-back. We literally said it. We had back-to-back debuts,
major debuts,
like two of the biggest stars in the other promotion. I mean, it was unreal. I've never seen anything like that.
Well, and you pointed out before I say the final thing that I'm going to say to wrap it up the episode, you pointed out something really great on his too, which was he didn't do this. They chanted, but he didn't do it. So you do wonder if maybe they own that copyright. They definitely own yes. Yeah. But they can't stop fans from saying it.
No.
So, dude, it was amazing.
I don't mind him not doing the yes chant. You know what I mean? Like,
they'll do it anyway. They'll do it anyway.
Yeah. So.
But I want to round out with this. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Okay, you brought it up. It's like right here. My opinion now is, I mean, everyone knows I'm AEW fanboy. Just listen. This is how I'm going to end this. Okay, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, Jon Moxley, CM Punk, Darby Allin, Bryan Danielson, Christian Cage, Adam Cole, Orange Cassidy, the Young Bucks, FTR, Jungle Boy, Malachi Black, Andrade De Idolo, the Bastard Pac, Jericho, MJF, Sammy Guevara, Ruby Soho, Thunder Rosa, Ty Conti, Jade Cargill, Britt Baker, Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, and Red Velvet. Done. Listen to how deep that is. Done. That's all that I'm going to say. In my opinion, one of the best pay-per-views ever. Probably the best ending to a pay-per-view ever.
I'll agree.
Okay, so we're going to be live with you guys. We're going to shoot out the message. It's a weird holiday weekend. We'll shoot out the message on what we're going to cover for our topic on the live stream. I'm going to drop this basically now, and then Adam will have his lovely Raw recap dropping for you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys are following, listening, all those good things. We'll see you guys later.
Let's go, baby.
Yes, yes.